name is Denny Petrovich, and I work for Gilson Engineering here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Today I want to introduce you to the Hart Interface module, better known as the HIM configuration software. To get to the HIM software, we could do it in a couple different ways, but one way I'd like to show you is in our website, which is gilsoneng.com. And on the gilsoneng.com website, we have all of our instruments displayed here in our flow lab. You can put the cursor over top of the HIM, which is right here, and on the bottom the HIM links allows you to get the configuration software and download it. I'll show you where I have it. I have it on my laptop, where I go into all programs. I go up here to click on more industries, click on more industries, and then I have the HIM configuration software right here. So when it pulls up the software, it gives you the options to select the module. And what we're doing here is we're going to establish our hardware of what we have down in our lab. So we're offline, but we can still establish a configuration. It gives you the options of 2 analog outputs, 3 analog outputs, a Modbus, or a Modbus plus 1 analog output. And on the output here on the relays, we have 2 single pole double throw relays. So our version, I'm going to pick 3 analog outputs with 2 single pole double throw relays. I'm going to click OK, and here's our software. I'm going to click the middle box up here to enlarge it so it takes up the entire screen. And you can see on our screen we have 6 tabs available to go ahead and start setting up the HIM. The first tab is Hart. This Hart tab is to program the Hart parameters, change the settings in the communication setting box, then you hit Quick Set. So in this communication setting box, we pick what we would want to pick in the different modes. There's normal mode, burst mode, and then you would hit Quick Set. The 2 most common are normal mode and burst mode. In normal mode, the HIM pulls the Hart loop for a transmitter, then pulls the Hart instrument twice per second, requesting the current process status and the Hart instrument's diagnostic status. The Hart instrument responds with the requested data. In the burst mode, the monitor Hart instrument is programmed to continuously transmit its process variable and health status. The HIM samples the continuous Hart data 3 times per second. And in layman's terms, what this allows us to do, the HIM will tell what mode the transmitter is in that we are monitoring, and if it switches from normal to burst mode, we do that as well. The HIM automatically configures to be able to pull regardless of the mode that we're in. So when we're done configuring that display, we hit Quick Set. The next is for the physical display of the module itself. And the display tab configures the HIM's LCD display to program the display parameters. And again, we just change the settings here between the primary, the secondary, the tertiary, or the 4th value. And it also allows us to have scaled values as well if you want to go ahead and put that in there. But this just shows you what you're going to be displaying. And on that display, we can toggle between 2 variables. So I check the toggle box. I could pick this primary and secondary, and then I hit Quick Set, and it allows us to change that. So that's what the display tab will do. In our alarm tabs, the alarm tab controls the programmable alarm trip output. This screen will be grayed out if the attached HIM is not equipped with at least 1 alarm trip. So you can see we do have 2 trips on our output, so the trip alarms are both there. If we go into the field device fault alarm, this gives you the different outputs here for faults on the field device itself. And you can see the device malfunction, configuration change, cold start, additional status, and so on down through. And if I change over to the HIM fault alarm, which the HIM fault alarm monitors the health of the Hart monitor, this will trip whenever the internal error status word is set. For example, if the HIM's configuration file becomes corrupt, this alarm will trip and the monitor will display a bad configuration. So this gives us 3 different alarms. So if I'm in trip alarm, I could set my alarm 1 and alarm 2. I get my field device fault alarm. It gives us all those faults, and then actually in the HIM fault itself. So when we're done setting those 2 up, we go over and hit Quick Set and move forward. The next tab is for analog outputs. This is pretty self-explanatory. The HIM comes with either 2 or 3 analog outputs. The analog output tab allows you to specify which Hart variables to be monitored as the source of the analog output, the input range and the output range, and how the output will react when the variable input is out of range. So you can see it gives you 3 different tabs, so you can set them all up individually, either in level, pressure, temperature, whatever analog input you have or output you want to display. So in this case, the input range could be 10 to 50 inches, and then we could output that range from 4 to 20 milliamp. And this gives you the failure modes in high, low, hold last then high, or hold last then low. So again, this is all quick set. You can set all 3 outputs up individually and move forward. The next tab is our custom curve tab. The custom curve tab allows you to set up a custom curve up to 128 points. And you can see right here is where we changed that. So we have it set up for 2 right now. If I change that to 128, it allows you to put that many points in. Or if you even wanted to just do 28, it'll show you. You can scroll down here. It gives you that max up to 1 to 28 points. But this custom curve can either be created from scratch, like I just showed you, and you could manually enter the curve, or you could load it from a previously created comma-separated value or .csv file. And this is to program your analog output parameters. So you can. This is used a lot for linearization on flow or on horizontal tanks. You could set up some custom curves, but you can do those each individually for your variables. Again, you have your dots over here to set up your primary, your secondary, your tertiary, your fourth variables. And when you're done, again, you hit quick set, and that will set it. The last tab here is scaling, and the scaling tab allows you to configure the values for scaled variables. So to scale the selected variable, you enter the values into the appropriate boxes, then you click on the transfer menu and click download to transfer the new scaled values into the HIM. So if any scaled variable was selected in display, alarm, or analog output tabs, then the corresponding scaled variable section will become active. So you can see right now these are grayed out. It's inactive. But if I go back into my display tab and I pick a scaled primary variable, you can see now when I come back to my scaling tab that my primary variable can be scaled. So a good example of this is if you are monitoring level and you want to convert the primary variable from PSI to, say, inches of water column, you can do your primary variable of 0, and then you can put your full scale in at 4.3 PSI, and then you would change your scaled PV from 0 to 120 inches. And that's what you would read on your display. So you could automatically scale that. And that is it. The last thing that I'd like to show you other than the tabs is if I'm online in the HIM, I can use these buttons up here. This is my upload, the arrow is upload, and this is my download to the actual module. So if I was hooked up to my HIM, I would click this button and I would download the parameters that I just set in all of my tabs. Offline, if you had offline and you wanted to save it, you would just click File, Save, and then you could save it to wherever you wanted on your PC. So I could save it to my desktop. I could I could put whatever I wanted here, HIM config, and hit save, and I could save that right to my desktop. And that is it. So if you have any questions on the HIM, please contact us here at Gilson Engineering at 412-496-3612, or our main office at 412-369-0100, or please visit us on our website at Gilson Engineering Sales Incorporated or gilsoneng.com. Thanks, and have a nice day.